it's not going to work like a Snapchat filter the way
Hmm.
these Lensa apps and stuff do. What it does is it provides you inspiration. So let me kind of go to a free stock site. Let me see. Let's go to pexels.com. Let's say I want to do, let's do a black woman portrait. Now the person said, how do I use, what I'm saying, their face, their image, their head to be able to create inside Midjourney. I just uploaded a a couple images of using her face as a reference, and it came out super dope. So let me go ahead and use someone different. I always try to find something that was not necessarily taken by no cell phone. That's a very high quality image. That's why I like to go to Pexels. So let's try to find someone in their facial features so that way I can kind of just use as inspiration. As you see, this is not necessarily a quick process. It's, what I'm saying, takes a little time. So let's say we
Hmm.
want to go ahead and use her face. It, has nice exposure. Now, you may think that, okay, I'll just download this image and I'll just use that. You don't want to do that because I just want to use the features of her face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply screenshot just her face.
Right.
I'm going to screenshot just her face, and I'm going to go into Discord here. I'm going to click upload, and this is right here in the messages. You see the plus. I'm going to click
Hmm.
upload, and from there, I'm going to upload my image right there, and I'm going to press enter. And what I want from this image is I want the URL. So I'm going to click it, open original, and I'm going to use the URL. I'm going to copy that. Going to go back into Discord. I'm going to click my Imagine tool. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to hit a space bar. This is all coding. Hit a space bar. And then I'm going
Hmm.
to put in my prompt of what I want it to look like. So let's say I wanted to create, let's say, black female African warrior. And you know what? Even though we have a square image here, I want to make it more of a portrait. I want to go ahead and
Hmm.
make it more of a portrait. So I'm gonna hit the dash dash AR space 2 semicolon 3. I'm gonna click enter.
Question.
Yeah.
So why the dash dash versus comma?
Okay. So, we have to keep in mind that we're coding right now,
Hmm. Okay.
HTML, see, we're coding right now. So there are certain things to whereas I could put comma, portrait photo, but you know what? The software hasn't caught up yet. So we still need to have some type of concept um, of coding in it. And, that's how, just remembering dash dash AR space 2 semicolon 3 and
Hmm.
doing that same thing in this 3 semicolon 2, which will give you more of a horizontal image. Those concepts are things that we're just going to just have to know. We're
Hmm.
gonna have to just write down, take notes, and for people watching this, write it down, take notes. That this
Hmm.
is something you have to remember if you want to have non-square images and we want to have it horizontal or vertical.
Okay.
So while that's doing this thing, it's processing 31%. Let's go. So let's go back to our reference image here, and let's look at our. Let's go open you up, our reference face rather, and let's look at
Oh, that's
the concepts
crazy.
that we got. So bam, 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 bam. And our prompt was Black female African warrior. Very simple,
Very simple. Mm.
very simple. and we were able to come up with some dope stuff. You see the high cheekbones in almost
Mm-hmm.
every image, the brown hair, the eyebrows. So to be able to get, and again, it looks like it doesn't look exactly like the person, but it definitely looks very influenced by it. I think bottom right, and then this one right here looks, but I might like how this one is way more stylized. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what I would do, and let's say, what, I'm not satisfied with any of these. So I'm gonna re-roll it once more, two times more, three times more, depending on which plane you have. And it's gonna give me four different images. Or I might be like, what? I could rock with, the first one. So I'm gonna go ahead upscale that one, or give me a variation of the first one. And then we'll black female African warrior, and we'll say let's say we want to add a little bit of detail, photo realistic, hyper hyper detail. And when you have the full version or the $10 version, and you see what other people are putting in their prompts, that's when hyper detail, photorealistic, 8K, and you just seeing what other people are using. Let's go to this. Let's say we want to, you see what other people are using. Portrait, 50 millimeter, hard rim lighting. You get an idea of what they're using. And then that's when you yourself be like, what, let me put some of these elements
Mm-hmm.
into what we're creating here. And you're 100% remixing what you see here to create what you want. Um, Black woman, a portrait of black woman warrior chief, tribal panther, side profile. I don't want no side profile. Looking away. No serious eyes. Let's 50 millimeters, cool. Blue on red. How about we do gold and blue, gold and blue. Hard rim lighting. Okay, perfect. Everything is kind of spaced out. We're tweaking it, we're fine tuning it. Bam, submit. Or if we want to go ahead and just make sure that we're, really uh, paying attention to the text and stuff that we're using, create an
Mm-hmm.
online notes app, or create a have a notes tab, and then you're able to be like, okay, bam, let me fine tune my words, you know, and then let me go ahead and copy that inside the Midjourney and be able to do it, just in case, I'm saying, like, these words are just too small, keep that online notepad open, so that way you could just, it's easier for you to see it, and is you could just copy and paste. So yeah.
That's actually really smart. That's a nice workflow.
Yeah, keeping it online, man, keeping it online.